Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be playing Bad End Theater. Now this was recommended to me a while ago I think, and it actually sounded kind of interesting, so here we are. I guess we'll just enter. I don't really know what this game is supposed to be about, but I know it's supposed to be like a visual novel. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you would like. Let's just select the one on the left. Oh wait, human doll or demon doll? Let's do the human doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? I don't want to attack. Let's be nice. You try to make friends with the demon doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. Aw, you knew I would pick that. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. Okay. You control the demon doll, you're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Alright, let's be nice. You and the human doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I shouldn't have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each other on, or wait, excuse me? But now you can turn each other on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Oh, each one, not on. That's why I was like, what? Something's off. Now try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Okay, so I guess hostile? Let's just turn them both on, I don't know. You controlled the human doll, you're a friendly little guy just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? I'm already hostile, so attack! You both attack each other at once and die together. End tutorial. Alright, cool. I'm out of here. Do you understand how to play? Yeah. The game saves your progress automatically. So just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now without further ado, let's start the show. Are there only bad endings in this game? I don't know. But yeah, I guess, let's see. Okay. So yeah, I know that you can, I guess, basically just pick their personality traits from the beginning. I don't fully understand how that works, even though they just explained it, but whatever. Because it seems like I could still make choices. Let's just start from left to right. We're going to start with the hero. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Oh my gosh. Why does it want me to... I guess they are monsters. It just feels weird to, like... I don't know, killing... It just feels weird in a non-like RPG or action game. Flee like a coward. I guess we'll do it. But I don't know if we have this trait. Or maybe we unlock it? I don't know. Do it! You make quick works of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it back to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that... Faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. I guess we'll just cut through them. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. Oh my gosh, that is so... I feel like they're saying that for a reason, but okay. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing, murdering all her soldiers! You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can only see one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before the final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. Rip. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world. What does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. That was depressing. Okay, so this game... Yeah, I also heard this game was pretty short, so there you go. Let's exit. I don't know if I should have hit reset. Oh yeah, I think I was supposed to, just to get back to this. Okay, now we have the dutiful trait, which we can turn off. Slaughters all the demons. Okay. I don't know if... I guess I'll try to get all the bad endings, but... Should we try the other stories as well? Just to see them? I guess why not? Okay, let's play as the maiden next. I'll just do one by one. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You are in a church. You pray to your god, asking why you've been born into the role of a maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon just to, you know, see what happens. Are you serious? Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Let's be polite. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful. Sorry, I feel like I read that weird. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You weren't angry or anything, of course. This is all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Are you serious? Yeah, we got eaten. That is so stupid. That's hilarious. I like how she just allowed it to happen. Like, she didn't fight back, just started biting her and she gave up. Wait, this is the underling. What the heck? I don't even know. Let's just keep going. I just want to unlock everybody's traits. You are a demon underling. In service of the Overlord, you aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? Sorry, you guys. You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh, what? You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Forget that! No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. Are you serious? Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. Maybe that's for the best. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. Hey, we saw this before. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. Excuse me, that is not what I did before. You consider your options. Well, I guess this will unlock another trait. I mean, we already saw this, though. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Oh my gosh. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only somebody could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander to the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't done anything yet. Or you haven't even done anything yet. I don't know what the skull means. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause! You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. Oh. Oops. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. I feel like if he could do that easily, then surely a villager could have handled him, but whatever. Alright, I guess we'll... Look at that, I unlocked 2 traits for this guy. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the Overlord. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You're actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. Why do you have an army if you're just not doing anything with it? I mean, not that I'm saying she should, but I just don't understand the point. I guess to defend her home, I don't know. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. Oh, that does sound pretty cool. One of your underlings walks... I mean, that's kind of a silly reason, but... One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Get back to work, we'll be a tyrant. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They really look unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. I guess that's kind of a good point, considering what just happened. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick, just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. You thought you told that underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized breakaway from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in this quest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby human village, she says. Her role is to be captured by you. Oh, what? So she must be the company that he brought. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Aw, you wonder what to say. Oh, that's so messed up, but I'm totally gonna do it. Get out of here! You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost, but the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. Oh, well, apparently she stayed anyway. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as to not agitate them and get heroes sent after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her. Thank you. Oh wait. You're surprised to hear her, thank you. I feel like the lowercase is like throwing me off. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Oh. Uh-oh. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained... Wait, yeah, she left a note. Come on, guys. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're unlocking this trait. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you don't want Start over. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you won't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. He'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Yay, selfish overlord. Alright. Okay, so we've gotten some pretty bad endings, and we unlocked quite a few traits. It looks like, although, man, I feel like this is going to be hard to remember if I have to go back to do this. Like, I don't know if I'm going to remember what traits do what. Unless you have to keep them all off to get, like, the best ending. I don't know. I don't know if there's only bad endings or not. What's this? Oh, so everyone has, like, a different number of bad endings. So the hero has... Oh, you can take a look at this. I see. So there's, like, a tree, I guess. What would you call this? There's, like, a chart that you can look at. Okay, let's go ahead and keep going. I'll just try to unlock all the bad endings, I guess. Let's be the hero again. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on the dutiful trait. But we already saw what happens when you're dutiful. So, I guess it doesn't matter. But I didn't turn on anybody else's trait. Oh well, whatever. Blah blah blah, we saw this before. Yes, the maiden has been captured because apparently no one read her notes. Although even if they did read her note, I feel like they would still go after her. Let's not kill them this time. Run away! Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. You can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. Oh, so we just... Okay. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. Sure, let's see how this goes. This does not look very... This is scary, okay? You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. Oh, but they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. Sweet. Oh, well now here we are witnessing this conversation. The Overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Oh shoot. This is so messed up. I'm totally gonna do it though. I'm sorry, you guys! You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it, after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, they throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Yikes, that was... Ugh. That was kind of unsettling a little bit with the maiden's demeanor. Although, can you blame her? I certainly cannot. Alright, I guess we'll do one more for each character and then I'll move on. I feel like I should probably be, like, actually turning these traits on. But I'm gonna go ahead and take another whack at it without any of them on. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon. Oh, we already read all this. Yeah, we're a maiden, but we want to go out and see the world. So, find our purpose. And we find a demon. Oh yeah, I forgot last time I just immediately died. Help me! You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take it to their master nonetheless. I can't believe shouting for a hero to save us caused this to happen. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen, then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough? You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. Why do they assume that demons are evil? I don't understand. I feel like there has to be a reason. Unless they're just discriminating, I don't know. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. See, the fact that she had to do that, she didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send out a hero after them. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you could thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a bit better. But maybe everything I've said to you is to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you are never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. I mean, the Overlord still looks a little bit, irritated, but you apologize for causing trouble. But really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you're willing to return with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Wait, what? This is different. We've never made it past, the other stuff. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. Oh wait, you've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. Why wouldn't you just be like, hey, can we go back? Something's going on. I don't know, whatever. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to the touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself, but the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Oh my gosh, that was sad. And B. Also, I wonder if that is a part of the assassination attempt that we saw earlier. Alright, let's go ahead and give the underling another shot. Did we even get a trait for that? I don't think we did. You're a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice. Oh wait, I already read all this. Why am I still doing this? Also, wait a second, that's the opposite of what I said before. It's more interesting to see this stuff now though, because now we have a different perspective. But I'll probably just read the beginning the next time I do this anyway. I don't even know what I just clicked. Tell her to do something. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're her friend. Oh my gosh, why am I struggling? Now she started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, but why is there conveniently only one language in the world? I don't know. I have no idea. If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? Stop questioning these things. This is like picking fun at other genres like this. The main is not even genres, but just like any kind of setting where there's like multiple societies that all speak the same language. Like basically every type of media, really. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. Nice. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out, and being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, this is just gonna give me a bad ending, so... let's just do this one. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they will want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. Aw man, here we go. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. I mean, you could just tell her about the plan and, I don't know. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Chicken out! I don't want to do this. Actually, I feel so bad. But I feel like this isn't going to lead the way we think it is. So let's do it. You figured the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. Oh shoot. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. I mean, that's not really justification considering you went after her, but whatever. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased. Only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will kill you one day, or that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your Overlord. Oh shoot. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's do the Overlord, one more path on their thing. I didn't even unlock any other traits for the maiden. Alright, let's just do this one more time, and then we will go ahead and stop the episode. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we're the Overlord, but we don't want to agitate in humans because we're sick of them getting killed by humans for no reason. Okay, so now we have to direct the underling on what they should do. So let's go ahead and give them the day off like the other story. You told them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while being the This is what I mean with the whole lowercase thing. I don't pay attention to the punctuation, so I immediately just assume the next part is just a part of the sentence, but I guess that's my own fault, but I just get confused. Being the Overlord sure is great. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. Oh, well that didn't go as badly as I thought it would. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing... Oh my gosh, it's getting so hard to read. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You know what, I'm going to start the whole thing over. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Okay, so last time we did this, so I guess this time we'll just let her stay. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You're glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. Okay, we already saw this, so I feel like I could skip it, but there's not really a skip option, so just in case. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. And we joked to her. Yeah, I think we read all that other stuff before. And she says she doesn't mind being captured. Oh shoot. Wait, how did I get here? I didn't even realize there was a save option. Oh, I didn't even see the little things on the bottom. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Oh yeah, I forgot. I guess they're just always gonna start to have feelings for each other. Well, at least so far the Demon Lord has had feelings for the maiden, but we don't know if it's reciprocated. Anyways, we're interrupted by a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses gratitude. Okay, I like how we just ended up here anyway. Like, what the heck? Okay, last time we did this, we died, so... let them go. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Oh shoot. And we burned to death. Nice. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and end it here, you guys. So next time I'll continue on with the stories. I think I'm actually going to turn some traits on so we can see some other... what's it called? Endings? That's not the word I'm looking for, but yeah. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I really like this game so far. It's actually cute. And it goes by pretty fast too, so it keeps you engaged, I'd say. Anyways, I will be back again next time, but goodbye for now.